Jennifer Seymour, and I'm going to talk about quad loading today. About a year ago, somebody told me that I should stick to twin loading because I was a girl and I had little hands. That was just like a dare and just made me want to learn how to quad load even more. So I got dummy rounds and went to my den and learned how to quad load. I'm not the fastest quad loader in the world by any means, but it has definitely shaved off time with my shotgun game and 3-gun because I load more efficiently than I was doing before. It definitely can be a game changer, so I would say everybody should try quad loading. In order to quad load, you need a shell carrier like this Carbon Arms pinwheel that'll hold the shells in this array. These pinwheels, you can turn them this way or you can have them this way. Some people do them with the shells up and down instead of sideways. This is how I can grab them easier personally. So that's the good thing about these pinwheels. You can direct them in the direction that you want them oriented in. There's 2 ways you can quad load. You can weak hand or strong hand. Weak hand is where you're here and you flip it and put it under your arm and then you load the port here. I'm really bad at left hand anything. My left hand just doesn't want to work with my brain. So I do strong hand, so I use my right hand to load. So from here, I take the gun and I lay it on my shoulder and flip it over. And I actually, as I'm pulling the gun back, this hand is coming down to get the shells off of my belt. So once I have the gun here, it's very secure. My shoulder is holding the weight of the gun, so I'm not having to worry about my arm strength and giving out. So I've got it sitting there, and actually even this arm is not getting tired because I kind of sit it on my hip. I didn't realize I did that for the longest time, but I do. I just kind of sit it on my hip, so the gun could sit here forever. It's not difficult for me to hold like this. I can hold it for a long time. I can also see the port when I flip it over. So whenever you go to load, I've got my Carbon Arms pinwheel here, and I pull off the bottom 4 shells, so it's 2 on top of the other. So my fingers wrap around it, and my thumb rests on the top of the 2 rows. When I go to pull the shells off, I'm going to take it and do one quick motion, kind of pulling the top out first. So it kind of rotates out, and that helps them snap out easier. So now I've got 4 shells in my hand, and my thumb is over one set. That's the set that'll be loaded first. So the only way to describe it is I'm gonna line it up and line that first shell up with the mag tube, and then I kind of lift up these top 2 shells. So see how I can move those, and the bottom 2 are staying where they are, and then I just shove them in because they're lined up. Now when you're doing it fast, you want it to be a motion where you keep going, you don't stop. And sometimes I'm still not great at that. I still kind of will want to stop. That's how you get your thumb caught, so you need to keep moving. So when I do these, see how you can keep moving off of it. So to show it from this side, I've got my 4 shells. I'm going to direct the first one into the mag tube, line it up, and I actually can kind of push down with that part of my hand and lift these 2 shells up with my fingers, and then it can smoothly go in. Then the top 2 can go in right behind it. So again, from this side, so that's how I load 4. So in loading, one of the most important things is your thumb. I even have a welded lifter, but I still can get my thumb caught in there if I do it wrong. So whenever you're going through, you don't want your thumb to be all the way down in the port, because that lifter is going to come up and it's going to catch your thumb. So really, your thumb should be on the top of the shell, and once you get the shell past the shell catch, your thumb can just glide off the gun. So as you're putting it in, it just glides off. See, only the top part of the shell ended up with my thumb there. I just let my thumb glide off. So I encourage anybody that shoots 3-gun to try quad loading. It's a fast way to load the shotgun. It's a good way that you can just practice in your den at night and shave time off of your stages, and it can improve your game. That's quad loading.